All right, y'all. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. um, I'm coming in here because I said I would. Not because I have a whole lot to talk about. I'm actually working. Looking for my glasses. I don't know where they went. Well, let's get some. Hey, I got me some glasses. They need to be wiped off, but I found some. So I was saying, welcome back to day 27. It feels a little odd, I told y'all, because, and y'all may not even know yet, because I had to slow down on producing videos out of the recommendation of the algorithm, right? And so I'm learning to edit, and I'm also learning to post 24 hours after I make the, okay, I don't even care. But if that's something that you're interested in knowing about, I'm more than willing to share how this experience is going on YouTube. Now, I'm kind of going to jump in today because of what do you call that thing, y'all? Jeez Louise. A post that I made on Facebook. And the post, I don't think that was the right number, but it's here. The post called someone to ask a question. And if you don't know me, then you know me. Is that I have to answer the question completely. So the question is, what if the answer to your health problems is healing your nervous system? Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, and send this to someone that you know that may be on some form of medication, be it anxiety medication, depression medication, high blood pressure medication, diabetes medication, any of those things. Please send this video to that person right now, and then you come right back. I'll wait for you. Okay. So she asked me to tell her how. Tell her how the answer to our health problems is healing our nervous system. Well, I got really excited and I didn't know what else to do besides start creating something. So that's what I'm going to answer tonight. And then I will put the graphic up as I complete it. But I really wanted to give some explanation to this tell me how. But it doesn't come without a little outline of what it is that we're talking about, right? So welcome to the Learning Lab. I am Goddess Shatoya. Welcome back for day 27. If this is your first day here, congratulations. Give yourself a hand clap because you chose a wonderful day to come into the Learning Lab to get a little bit more information about how you transform. This 27th day of this 90-day journey is deeper and deeper and going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into Triggered to Transform. What is Triggered to Transform, might you add? Triggered to Transform is anything that you may hear that causes a little in you and makes you want to do something about it. When I say that, that's that pause, that's that confrontation that you may feel within yourself. And today is a perfect day to talk about that. The confrontation that we feel in ourselves can sometimes bring up nervousness. And we say, well, where in the heck does that feeling come from? Like, what's happening inside of me that makes this feeling come up? Well, first, before we get to that, how are you feeling? How's your nervous system been today? Have you tapped in once to be like, I feel really calm. That kind of bothered me. I was really shaky after that conversation. Oh, whew. I was breathing easier after that conversation. That's checking in with your nervous system. All right. So after this conversation, I want you to be more aware of where you're feeling. And I've said this before, where you're feeling your nervousness in your body, because it is a key indicator to situations to come. If we're not paying attention, we will miss it and call it sickness. Okay? And this is so important to healing your nervous system, healing your body, healing your mind. All right, so let's go. Your nervous system. First of all, do you know that it happens all over your body? From the tippy top of your head all the way down to the soles of your toes. Okay? It's your body's way of listening and letting you know if you're safe or if you're stressed out. That's your nervous system. That's its only job. But it talks to every other system in your body all day. Okay? So it's your command center, right? We think of our brain as our command center. All the things are happening up here that help us function. Well, that neurological system is hardwired to meet your nervous system as your nervous system talks to that spot, right? Talks to your brain, talks to the neurology, right? I'm not going to go into all the neurons and things like that. I will leave that up to the doctors. I'm not a doctor. I've just studied the human being so much that this makes sense to me, and especially with me going through my own experiences, and I will share that with you, okay? So the command center is talking to the neurology, and it's deciding, am I in survival mode or am I in healing mode? Survival mode feels like that angst. It feels chaotic. It feels heavy. It feels fearful. It feels out of vibration. Something's up, right? If we can get our nervous system under control, we would be so much closer to our intuition and to that feeling of divinity inside of us, which comes in a layer of the healing that we are intended to experience, because we are no longer in flight or flight mode. There are no saber-tooth tigers after us, although it may feel like it. Don't let me make you feel like that situation is not life or death, because it very well could be. But how we read that information and code it and what we do about it is what's going to help our nervous system to heal, to not be in this stress state all the time. Okay? So your nervous system comes in many different parts, but two major parts, right? So the first, I won't say the first one, but one of them is the central nervous system, okay? And that is, again, the neurology. That is your brain and your spinal cord. Your brain is housed inside of your skull, and it has this beautiful tail that runs down the length of your spinal column. And that's where your information through your cerebral spinal fluid is being translated through your body all day, every day. Ain't no stopping it now. Okay? It's on the move. It is talking to every piece of you, from the cells to the tissues to the nerves to the arteries, it's talking to it all. So this is where information is received, processed, and sent out. Okay, it tells your body how to respond to the world around you. Oh no, somebody almost hit my car. Oh, that's really, it's got me going crazy. Oh God. Now what am I going to do with that information? Am I going to freak out? Am I going to let myself get just emotionally impaired by that situation? Well, I might. But my peripheral nervous system comes back into the body's communication. And she says, these are the nerves that carry between your brain and every other part of your body. Okay? These are where the muscles and the organs and the systems start to contact each other and say, is there actually a problem? Are we okay? Oh, it seems like we might be okay. But if we have already flown into an emotional state of emergency, it's going to confuse our body. It's not going to really know what to do. And so when our body starts to get confused, it starts to talk to our autonomic, I want to say automatic. It is our automatic system. It's our autonomic nervous system, okay? And this is where it starts talking to our breathing, the heart rate. I can't eat. I'm so hungry. I don't know the hormones that you can't see, can't feel, can't taste, can't nothing, but they are there. It is controlled by this system, all right? And there is an immune response. So that's where you get the autoimmune. Okay? How is it possible that my nervous system is keeping me unwell? Well, because if I'm constantly in a stressed state, if I'm constantly worried about something, if I'm constantly draining my energy, if I'm constantly creating an environment where my body is fighting against itself, it's not going to know what to do. It's not going to know what to do, and it's going to start to go haywire because your nervous system is not at rest. Okay? So your nervous system is going to be in two modes. Your sympathetic nervous system is going to say, stress, scared, save yourself, be aware. We got to balance that out with the parasympathetic nervous system, which says, this is healing mode. I got this. This body is designed to heal itself. There's going to be chaos around me, but you know what? Until I know that there's a direct threat against me, I'm going to hold my mule. Okay, because my body's always in one another. So can you imagine if your body is always operating from the sympathetic nervous system, how stressed you must be? Breathe through that. Breathe through that. The parasympathetic nervous system really wants to be in control. It really wants us in healing mode, okay? So let's talk about the distinction of stress mode and healing mode. Stress mode, I'm sure we've all heard of it, called the fight, flight, freeze mode. Fight, fright, I'm going to run away, or I'm going to freeze. Stuck. Okay? So when you feel unsafe or overwhelmed, your body releases stress hormones that strain the heart, strain the heart, strain the brain, strain the kidneys, strain the immune system. It's going to, again, be out of whack, if you will, right? And you understand why. I feel like you understand why. And the healing mode allows us to rest, repair, rebuild. We feel safe. Our body can easily digest our food. We become balanced in our hormones. We fight illness and we restore our energy. And this is what we're doing here in Trigger to Transform. This mode right here. If we can use all of those things from stress mode, the triggers that are wearing and tearing and breaking down our heart, our brain, our kidneys, our immune system, causing us to have issues similar to, characteristics of autoimmune diseases, diabetes, things like that. When we have the option to go into healing mode. Okay. So again, the real problem. What is the real issue right now? The real issue is chronic stress keeps your body stuck. There's nothing you can do when you're constantly worried about money. There's nothing you can do when you're constantly worried about the next shoe dropping. You know what shows up when your body starts to do that? Shingles. That's very common when you're looking for the other shoe to drop and you're causing so much stress inside your body that your body's fighting itself. It's a possibility. Or any autoimmune response. Okay, here's a part of my situation. When I was younger, I used to really crack my fingers a lot. My grandmother used to tell me it was a terrible habit. Don't do that. You're going to cause your body to lock up. I've put so much stress on my hands by cracking my knuckles. Do you know that sometimes they will tighten up like there's some form of arthritis, which is an autoimmune response? I caused that within my body from a young age. I didn't know. I didn't listen either. But she didn't tell me like that. The things that we do, the simple things that we do every day that cause us stress, that causes unintentional stress in our body plays a part. So what do? We shift. When I first started this channel, I was talking about someone that came through here and told me that you can't train your nervous system. I said, oh, okay. Just because you feel like you can't train yours doesn't mean that I can't train mine. And I have. I absolutely have. Mindfulness. Being aware of where my mind is at all times. What I'm allowing into my ears, into my mouth, into my eyes, into my heart. That stuff matters. Breathing. I used to meditate so much. I had it on a schedule. I used to go to this one daycare in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was a church daycare, and it stressed me out to go in there. And I did, every time I was on my way there, I had to take 5 minutes and meditate. It started to get so much better. But by that time, it was already time for me to transition out of the space. But it made a difference for me to be able to slow down. You all hear me say prayer sometimes, and I'm like, I don't so much subscribe to prayer anymore because I learned etymology of prayer is to beg. But we understand prayer as in talking to God. So that is what I'm saying when I say pray. Talk to the inner source within you. Connect with the divinity within you, because there's nothing outside of you that has control over you, including this concept that we have that God is somewhere else other than here. And if you're looking outside of yourself, that's going to stress you out even more. Connect with the divine, infinite source within you so that you're not having to chase that energy, that peace, that love, right? Meditation is huge for me. I told y'all. Movement. That was another thing. Move your body. Now, I'm just being silly right now. But body roll. Every now and again, you gotta give it a little something. All my ladies in here, get in contact with your slut energy. To work on it just a little bit. Make sure you moving those hips. Okay? That's why you see people hula hooping. Right? That's where that sexy tantric movement comes from, because it realigns us in our meridians of our body. Did you know that? Did you know that just this one little shift right here to move your body can improve your nervous system? And for all of y'all that are old enough and grown enough, have good sex. What are y'all doing? There ain't no way in this world I could have me as somebody. Well, that's not true. I'm about to tell a whole lie. Because I laid next to somebody for a whole year and didn't sleep with them. But that's another story for another day. But in common, if you got something good and y'all are in that space where you can share that level of intimacy, have good sex. Restore your nervous system. Okay? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Honesty signals safety to your body. If you want to shift, be honest with yourself. Restore your integrity with yourself. If you're in a situation, a relationship, a circumstance, or whatever, and it's causing you any type of leave, we can make a plan later. But get your ass out of there, right? Because that is going to matter. If you're in bad places, bad situations with people and attitudes and entities that want you not to be okay, and you know that, it's time to go, because you're going to make yourself sick. So a regulated nervous system supports healing. Okay? When your nervous system feels safe, you're giving it good food, it's getting nourished, every system in your body works better. See, I don't think y'all heard me. Back up, rewind. Every system in your body works better when your nervous system is at ease. So they like to explain to us in these group conversations that we want a call to action. All I'm telling you is this. You know if your body is screaming and hollering at you and telling you that something is not right. Stop betraying yourself. Stop lying to yourself and get your nervous system under control. Stop being so reactive to what's going on outside of you. When you feel it go on the inside of you, you tap in there. I don't care what Sheila, Dawn, Frank, and all the people out there is doing. You can't control those people. You can only control yourself. So if you are willing to take a look, notice your body, choose calm, check in with yourself. That would be my call to action. Notice your body. Be aware of what you're thinking, what you hear yourself saying. I'm such a stickler on, it's my baby's birthday. I'm such a stickler on words and language because it matters so much. If you're constantly telling yourself, you're wrong, you're this, you that, you bad, you're japa, your body is like, damn. What I do? Damn. She must be mad at me. Let me go into depression mode. It's safe. It's familiar. She knows what to do there. She just cries anyway. Feels real sad, don't it? We don't want to feel sad. We want to recognize the reasons that we have to feel good. We want to stay in a space of gratitude. Thank you that my body knows how to do this. And thank you that I know how to respond and I don't have to react anymore. All praises. We're so worried about so many other things when our nervous system is paramount to us feeling better. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Comment. Drop your comment down there. And I am really working on putting my calendar information into the description box. And I always forget. So if you all have not seen it there and you want to talk to me, you want to experience the Trigger to Transform magic, if you will, the formula is you. And you making a choice to change your life. And I'm just here to support you in your journey, to remind you of your infinite wisdom, to give you some tools, to support you in noticing, support you in really building an integrity for yourself through your core values, through what matters to you. I'm not here to tell you any of that. I have my own world that I'm in control of, and I love it here. And I want you to feel the same way about you. I hope this nervous system talk brought some clarity in a way that is beneficial for you to really align with yourself in a way that's going to change your life. You can do this. You can reprogram. You can use those triggers to transform and evolve. You can master yourself. Welcome to the Self Mastery Academy, and I am so grateful that you're here. I'm going to end this conversation tonight with the expectations that you're going to take yourself seriously in the next 90 days. I'll still say 90 days. Whatever 90 minus 27 is. You're going to take yourself seriously, and you're going to tune in to what your nervous system and your body is telling you, and you're going to make some changes, and you're going to notice how amazing your life turns out to be. You're going to notice how calm you are, and everybody around you is going to notice because you made a decision to do something different. And congratulations to you. I am Goddess. Goddess is all I am. I am the many. I am the one. And I'm grateful that you're here. Be well, y'all.